programs. So in conclusion, Cresco University distance learning actually provides an opportunity for you, the students, with particular scheduling needs to attend well-organized and thoughtful courses in a convenient format. So you, the students who have chosen to enroll in courses through distance learning delivery system, must commit to frequent communication with the ODL office. Frequently communicating with ODL office so that you're not left behind. Cresco University ODL department is proud to offer its students the chance to earn university credit in a situation conducive to learning. Our motto, ladies and gentlemen, is to meet the educational needs of today. Thank you very much. I will open up to questions and answers. Questions and answers. I'll open up to questions. Please, if you have a question, just lift up your hand. K-Smart 5. Infinix Hot 10.
All right. Good afternoon, madam.
Afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my question is that if somebody applies for exemption, and now that you submit,
could you move closer to your mic?
If he has done register, okay.
I can barely hear you. Could you move closer to your mic?
Sure.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm saying, okay. I was asking that if somebody applies for exemption and he only submits it and is on the ODL. Since you know the curriculum for registered nursing, is it okay since that this person has not submitted this transcript for all sub courses that is done for registered nursing?
Is it okay if you have not submitted your transcripts?
Yeah, showing the courses done by registered nurses. If only submit a diploma.
So the best way for exemptions to be granted, for the assessment to be done well, is better you attach your certificates and your transcripts. That way we'll be able to check how you performed in those courses at the previous universities that you were at. So exemptions are given mainly looking at exactly what you got. You know, sometimes students pass with C's in all the courses. And then when the committee sits or the faculty sits, they might feel that maybe you would have to do 1 or 2 courses for you to catch up, even if you passed them in the previous university, but you passed right at the edge. You get my point? So the best is you attach all the relevant documentation, including the transcript.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just after doing that, that's when you deposit the 300 kwacha for exemption?
The exemption fee will only be paid when we give you when the faculty grants you the exemptions, because you cannot pay for exemptions that you have not yet been granted.
Okay.
Yes. So for those that submitted online to the email that was given, we've already printed out and we've given the faculties, so they're just assessing and we'll get back to you shortly. either tomorrow or on Monday.
All right. Now, if one paid before given the exemptions, is that is not exempted from some courses? Is that money going to be switched to some other fees?
Yes, it could. It could. If at all you've already paid, and then the university does not give you any exemptions, we could push those fees, those payments to other fees. For instance, the school fees, the semester fees.
All right. All right. Thank you, madam.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Welcome.
PC44. PC44, you're on.
Yeah, good afternoon, madam.
Afternoon. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Fine. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay. This is Mbewe Masals.
Masasambeo, I saw your exemption.
Okay.
Your request.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, please go
Then
ahead.
the other question is about the issue of changing camp. In case somebody wants to, like myself, doing distance at a later stage, if I want to come a full-time student, is it allowed?
Yes, that is very possible.
Okay.
That is very possible. So what we do is you just go through the relevant processes. You go through to admissions so that they transfer you from ODL to full-time. And then
Okay.
we change you on the batch on the portal. We move you from being ODL to full-time so that we can see you in the right class.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So whenever circumstances change and you wish to switch sessions, it is very much possible.
Okay. Thank you very much for that info, madam.
Sure, Max, also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Situ. Hi, Situ.
Hello, madam.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you, madam?
Fine.
Yes, madam. I have a question. Hello?
Yes, dear.
Hello?
Yes, dear, I can hear you.
Yes, in a scenario whereby, yes, like it is, the lessons are beginning next week.
Yes.
Now, in a scenario whereby someone is working like myself, I'll be invigilating next week and the lessons will begin. So how will, I don't know whether it's the lecturer or the audio, how will that help me in order for me to access those lessons that others have already learned, because phones are not allowed in the exam room. So how can I be helped in such a situation?
So what we're going to do for which program are you in, Situ? Situ, which program is that?
Public health.
So what we're going to do, we will do
public health.
Yes, so we'll have a two-way kind of thing. We'll give you the modules as well as the online lessons. So then for audio, you continue online even when the full-time students come back to physical classes. Usually what we do with audio is the timetable is set at hours that we feel that most students will have slowed down.
Okay.
Yes. For instance, close to 17 hours somewhere there. And for some lecturers, even in the evenings. We usually set the classes at times that we feel that the day is slowing down. Sometimes lunch hour, sometimes 17 hours, sometimes close to 17 when the day is slowing down.
Okay,
And then
okay.
even the notes that have been prepared, we'll still give you, so that you are on the, you're at the same level with others.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, madam. Otherwise, I was worried with next week's situation because I'll be vigilating.
No, you will catch up. So what I'm going to do,
Okay,
we are going to post the ODL email address in the chat note,
okay.
so that you can pick it. And for audio, let's start chatting.
Okay, thank you very much, madam.
Sure. Thank you so much. Audio email address. Vivian? Emmanuel?
Hi, madam.
Hello, Emmanuel.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm okay. So I have a question.
Yes, Emmanuel.
Yeah. Since we are starting online lessons next week, what is the period have you set for the online lessons for the distance student? Are we just going to learn for 2 weeks, or we will proceed until further notice when the government the schedule for physical learning, or you have just set a certain period of time? Then the other question that I have is for us who haven't gotten the student numbers yet, what procedures are we going to take, because the classes are beginning next week?
So for the student numbers, put your details in the chat box.
Okay.
Just put your full names and the full names and the campus. Then we'll get back to you with your student numbers. We want to check why you haven't received, because for some, the student numbers have been sent, but they're in the spam box. So there are many students who found the student numbers in the spam box. But then there are others, maybe for some reason, maybe the email address was wrong, or yeah. So put your details in the chat box, and then we'll pick it from there. We'll check for you and we'll get back to you. And then for ODL, classes will continue. Hello?
Okay. Yes, okay. Yes, I'm getting it.
ODL classes will continue. The classes will continue online.
All right.
Yes. So what we're doing is, I'm giving you the audio email address in the chat box itself, so that we can start chatting.
All right.
I can send you some information, some audio.
The last question.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, I was enrolled into clinical medicine in January intake, so I had to change to public health. So now I'm still having the odd seats, so I don't know what to do about it, because I was told I need to send it somewhere. But what procedures do I need to do?
You're having the odd what?
I'm still having the odd receipts for January intake, because we never learned, because the weekend process for clinical medicine was rescheduled.
Sure.
So which means I have to change the program.
So what you do, you send the receipts to finance so that they can activate them for this semester.
Okay, thank you.
So send them to accounts, they will activate them for this semester.
All right, thank you.
Sure, Emmanuel, thank you. Izukanje? Hello?
Greetings, madam.
Hi, Silas.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Actually, I just wanted to ask about the full-time classes. Say next week. Is it specified the time will be starting, or is it will be just 1 hour or 2 hours?
No, we'll give you a timetable.
Thank you, madam.
We're going to send you a timetable so that you can be following. Whenever you are scheduled to have a class, you need to sit in and have that class. Of course, there'll be slots where you are not having a class, because classes can't run from morning up to 18. So whenever you have a slot for a class, you log in.
All right. Thank you, madam.
Timetables to you.
Thank you, madam.
So please check the chat. Check in your chat. We've sent the audio email address for those of you that are on audio, so that you can pick the email address and begin to send information. Tell us about yourself, introduce yourself, and then we'll send you audio information as well. The next person. Silas.
Greetings, madam.
Greetings to you, Silas. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Fine. Go ahead, Silas.
Yeah, madam,
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask about the number and
About
the
what?
password. I haven't yet received.
About your password and student number? So Silas, if you need your student number and your password, please just enter your details in the chat box. Enter your details, your name.
Okay.
Your name, the program you're doing, and the campus, so that we can follow it up. But also, when you check your email, check your spam box as well.
All right.
Yes, please. So we'll pick it up from there. Just send your details in the chat.
Okay. And the other question was,
Yes, dear.
since we have been told to pay at least 75% of the fees. Yeah. So my question is, what if maybe you have failed to reach that percentage of paying your fees? Can you still for school, or can you still start attending the lessons that will
So
start
Silas,
next?
what you're going to do is you contact accounts department and make a plan with them. Sit with them and make a plan with them and say, this time I'm unable to fulfill this obligation, but we can do it this way. You get my point?
Yes.
Yes, please make a plan with accounts department so that they don't inconvenience you and you're not found like you're a student who's not complying with your responsibilities. So what you need to do is make a plan with accounts, a non-plan, so that we don't inconvenience you. Okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Silas.
Okay.
So for those of you that are joining now, we're having an audio presentation for open and distance learning. So if you have any questions, audio or not, please raise your hand so that we can address some of the issues. Cass.
Hi, good afternoon, madam.
Afternoon, how are you?
All right, thank you. My question goes to, for those of us whose portals are not updated, will we be incapacitated to access school information when class is open?
So why hasn't your portal been updated?
That's the question that I should really ask, because I have done my payments.
So you've made the payment and the portal has not yet been updated?
It's not yet been updated.
So Cass, what you can do is just text your names, the campus, and that request that for updating of the portal, so that we can submit to accounts. We'll go and check why. So send your details, the full names, the campus, and if you have a student number, post the student number as well, and then just write something brief about your request so that we can go and check on it.
Okay, so in cases where it's not updated up until Monday, would there any be problem accessing school information?
No, so what we are working at is to make sure that all of you have all the issues updated. That's why we're trying to get it from a different platform, this platform, so that by the time maybe we come back tomorrow, we can come back with feedback of all those. Because earlier we had data office that was seated here, and she's taken the list of everyone who posted and she's gone with it so that they can update. So we don't want to find a situation where a student's portal has not been updated. So we will get it done.
Sorry, may you just repeat the details that I'm supposed to include in that text?
Just send your names. Your names, if you have a student number, send the student number, the campus that you're at, and then just something brief to say, my portal has not been updated yet.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, Taz. Have a good day. Hi, Chilekwa.
Madam, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Hi, madam. How are you?
Fine, thanks, Chilekwa. How are you?
Okay. I'm okay, madam.
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam. I just want to ask, when are we opening as in physical classes?
You're full-time?
Yes.
So the government gave a directive that we need to wait up to the 31st of July. This time around, it is not us. We are riding on what the government has told us. So we are waiting for 31st of July. In the interim, we're going to have online classes. Yeah? So in the interim, we'll have online classes because that's the directive that we've been given by the government, that we should not have you coming here so that we can protect you and you can protect us from COVID. Is that okay? All right, so for now, I'm going to go back to work from the office. For ODL students, please send something to the email so that I can begin to get to know you, to send you some supplementary information for ODL that you can start looking at as you prepare yourself to start classes next week. And then if you have any issues, audio issues, I shared my number earlier and I'll still share my number via email. The audio email is in the chat box. Please look through the chat box so that you can access the audio email. It is audio@cresouniversity.edu.zm. So any inquiries on open and distance learning, please send them there. For those of you that have still got their portal closed despite making payments, for those of you that haven't gotten your student number and your password, please begin by checking your spam. If there's nothing, send in the chat box, send your names. If you have a student number, send the student number and send which campus you're coming from. And then send something brief to say, if it's your portal, say my portal is still blocked, so that we can begin to unblock those portals before Monday. And we will do that. That's why we are here. So please send so that we can quickly work on it. Thank you so much. I will come back later to address some of the issues, most probably tomorrow. So for now, I'll say my goodbyes and welcome to Creso University. My audio students, I'm looking forward to having you in-house so that we can get to know each other even more. Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon. I'll leave Mr. Skaza to be with you for now. Isn't it pork chocolate?
So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Deputy Registrar, for the presentation and also addressing most of the questions that we had. I think we had a concern over starting late. We really apologize for having started late. We just had a bit of a technical challenge, so we're trying to sort it out. So we started, I think, past 10, should have been 10:15 or 10:20. We apologize for that, for those who missed it because they thought maybe we were not going to meet. But nevertheless, we've tried to record this session and we hope to share this video with you. I understand that we have distance students and they may be in their office right now, and having found that maybe the meeting hadn't begun was an inconvenience because probably you spared time, but we're just not able to start at that time. So we wish to apologize to you for whatever inconvenience we've caused, and we'll be sure to share this video with you so that at least we can all benefit from the session that we had. So at this point, we'll break off, and hopefully in the afternoon, we'll meet. And I'm hoping we can conclude with the online lessons for the student management system. Right now, I wish to attend to some of these, especially the issues that have been brought out in the chat. It's just that it's a bit, I'm torn in between, the fact that I need to attend to so many queries and also make sure that this session happens, this orientation session happens. So please be patient in case I haven't responded to the phone calls. I know people have been calling and people have been texting on WhatsApp. I gave my number here, so please don't feel frustrated if you don't get an immediate response. It's just because, yeah, I'm prioritizing these sessions so that, we meet together, we have these sessions, we give you all the information you need and also give guidance so that next week, at least, even though we won't have this orientation next week, you will all be set to have your online learning. So yeah, I'll attend to your queries. Yesterday I attended to some, but I didn't finish all of them. And also I've seen some emails that have been sent. I haven't yet attended to all of them. Please, in case I haven't attended to you, it's not because I've neglected you, no. It's just because, perhaps I didn't have the chance to finish off all the queries that were there yesterday. Otherwise, I'm assuring you that we are working, around the clock to make sure that everyone is attended to. So I hope you can bear with us a bit on that. Otherwise, thank you so much for being so patient and always making time to attend these sessions. And I would love to encourage you to attend also the afternoon session. As always, I'll try to make it as brief as possible, but sometimes it's very difficult to leave out certain details because in that detail, I know that one or two colleagues can be helped even further in case some of this technology is new to them, so please bear with me if I explain in too much detail. It's only to help each and everyone so that next week most of us can be comfortable with the online platform and everything to do with how you use the student portal. So I would like to thank you all for attending this session. I'll give just maybe 3 minutes. The time is 12:47. I'll give 3 minutes for those having issues with their portals, those who haven't received student numbers, those who are having problems in logging in. Please post your full names in the campus you applied to in the chat. Then I'll save that chat so that we can start following up your issues in the background. So I'll allow 3 minutes. If at all, perhaps you have already done your login, everything is okay, then that's fine. You can leave the meeting. But for all those who are having issues, please post them in the chat so that we can utilize this session to maybe attend to some of those things. Okay, you can post your full names, you can post the campus you applied to, and also a description of the issue that you had or that you are having. Peter, can you please add a description of your issue? I've seen you've indicated, Peter, your campus, but I need to also know which campus. Please add that. A short description. So if maybe it's your issue is maybe your portal has not been updated with the payments that you've made, so you can put your full name, then you put the campus, then you put portal not updated or fees not updated. Then maybe if you are having a challenge to log in or you haven't received your student number, you put your full name, the campus, then you put no student number received. You know, something brief but descriptive enough for us to know what the problem is. So we have a minute remaining in order to do that. Can we please do that? I'll hold on for a minute more so that I can allow those who have Okay, so I'm receiving all these chats and I'll be able to save. So Peter, you're saying it refused to register. So you didn't manage to register online? Peter, if you can privately message me your phone number as well. Privately message me your phone number, maybe we can give you a call so that we can take you through maybe the steps that you're supposed to do when you are registering. I'm seeing a bit of activity, that's why I'm holding on here. Okay, Peter, thank you. I've received that number. We'll be able to call you. Okay. Please don't post your number in the public chat. Make sure it's a private message so that we don't have stalkers, yeah? People who start calling you. So if you want to send your number to us, kindly send it as a private message so that it's not visible to everyone else. We do not want things that perhaps are not relevant to what you have sent your number for to follow up after that. Okay, so I've gotten some of the phone numbers. Okay, so at this point, we'll close the session and we'll come back in the afternoon so as to continue with the tutelage orientation. If any of you have failed to text or to write that, we can still attend to you in the session in the afternoon. So don't worry about that. Otherwise, for now, thank you so much for being a part of this morning session. And I wish to see you in an hour or so. Enjoy your lunch and see you this afternoon.